Hi everyone, Scott here. I want to respond to James' weekly chat, which he posted yesterday. A few fun topics here, kind of what-if scenarios. The first one of which is, if you could invite three actors from a particular movie to join you for a screening of this movie so you could hear what they had to say about making it, kind of like a live in-person commentary, who would they be? Well, there are lots of movies I could probably pick for this, but I'm going to go with the usual suspects, and I'd like to invite Kevin Spacey, Kevin Pollak, and Stephen Baldwin to join me. I'm sure there'd be a lot of dirty jokes being passed around and amusing anecdotes about the other people. I'd like to have the whole cast there, of course, obviously, but I can only pick three. So I figured they would be the most fun company for a screening of that movie. Bryan Singer and Christopher McQuarrie, of course, are the director and writer. Be nice to have them along too, but can only pick the actors, so there we are. Also, my backup choice is Back to the Future. Michael J. Fox, Leah Thompson, Christopher Lloyd. That would be fun too. Let's see, there was a question about if you could give an Oscar to an actor that was nominated but did not win in years past, who would it be? I'd give it to Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. That would have been great. And if you could give a movie the Oscar for Best Picture instead of the movie that actually won one of its nominees, that's easy for me. It'd be Goodfellas, because Kevin Costner won Best Director for Dances with Wolves. No, I'm sorry, Best Picture, excuse me. Dances with Wolves won Best Director and Best Picture that year. And, you know, Goodfellas is not only my favorite film by Martin Scorsese, but it's also, just practically my favorite movie of all time. And it was nominated and didn't win, much like a lot of other movies I can mention. Also, in 2010, The King's Speech won Best Picture over The Social Network and Inception and Toy Story 3. I would like for any one of those movies to win except for The King's Speech, but what are you going to do? But Goodfellas is my official choice for that question. And finally, if there is a movie premiere that you could go back in time and attend when the movie just first came out and watch it with an audience for the first time, I'm like, oh, that's easy. That's Die Hard. I've heard so much about how crazy the screenings for Die Hard were. Even weeks after the movie came out, people were nuts about it. A friend of mine went to see it about 9 times in the theater, and he said that every single time there were people running all over the theater, screaming and laughing their heads off throughout the whole thing. Especially the scene where Alan Rickman, the villain, is pretending to actually be one of the American hostages. And Bruce Willis finds him, and he's trying to convince Bruce Willis that he's actually not one of the bad guys. And so Bruce Willis says, "Oh well, in that case, let me give you my gun so you can protect yourself." And everybody in the theater is going, "No, give it to him! Don't give it to him!" That would have been great. So those are my quick responses for James's weekly chat video. I'll leave a link to his video in the description so you can check it out for yourself. I also saw a response from Forkerball, so that's cool. Looking forward to next week, James. Take it easy.